Well, hello friends, and welcome back to Musey's Modern Dreadfuls. Yippee-ki-yay, Musey lovers. And today, I am happy to say we have part 3 of, the third video at least, of the new mini-series I started recently called My Best Friend is Missing and I Need Help. But before I launch into that, I have to take care of the YouTube business. So, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below, tell us how much you like the story, leave a smiley face, leave a suggestion, tell me your astrological sign, whatever. And in the meantime, get a beverage, get comfy, stay comfy, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, because of my selfish reasons, I totally forgot about her crying in the bathroom. I didn't even notice that Donnie stopped showing up in the class we shared. I only thought about myself. And although I can blame that on my immature age, I still feel so guilty I didn't do anything about it then. Not much else occurs that I will label as weird. Things went on the same. That is until June 17th. By that time, I was already out of school and enjoying my summer holiday. That night, Mom was out with her book club, and Louis was on vacation with his girlfriend's family. I had the house all to myself and planned to catch myself up on some of my favorite shows on Netflix. I was actually halfway through an episode when I got a weird message from Mallory. I looked at my phone at the message from Mallory, and it said, Dear, as in D-E-A-R. I had no clue what it meant. I figured she simply pressed send before she could finish typing the rest. I waited to see the little bubble things showing she was typing, but it didn't show them. She and I both have an iPhone, so I waited a few more moments before I texted back. My message. Dear, LOL, what does that mean? I sent it, although something was definitely odd. When I sent it, it didn't show me it delivered. I waited a moment, but it never said it delivered. Usually when that happens, it means either there was no connection or I was blocked, but neither made any sense at all. I had 4 bars LTE, and she wouldn't block me. At this point, I assumed something was off with her phone. She was a bit of a clumsy girl and had already broken a few phones within this last year. So I decided to try to call the home phone at her house. Before arriving to the town, I hadn't even seen one before, but I had become acquainted with it. I paused the show I was watching before calling the phone, placing my end on speaker. It took a few rings before it was answered by her younger brother. Hey, Haley, what's up? Hey, Jonah, I greeted him. Can you give the phone to Mal for me? The other end went quiet. Mal said she was going over to your house a while ago. She isn't there? This was the first red flag that I saw. Mallory was one of those girls who never lied to her parents. She thought that lying to people that you loved broke the bond between the two of you. If she told them she was hanging out with me, she would be telling the truth. Except for the fact that she didn't tell me she was coming over. When did she say she was coming over to my place? I asked. I don't know. At least a few hours ago. Should I call my parents? I could hear the worry coat his voice, and my chest dropped at the realization of that. Give me a minute, Jonah, I told him as I placed the phone down and grabbed my laptop from beside me. I had been looking through colleges I might want to attend earlier, so luckily my browser was already opened. I logged into my Facebook before I looked for Mallory so I could message her. The second red flag was her account wasn't popping up at all. It looked like it had been deactivated. My stomach twisted uncomfortably, and the worry truly set deep in me. Yeah, Jonah, call your parents. I think something is wrong, I told him. I didn't want to scare him, but I also knew about how not safe the world was. Had she been abducted? Was she okay? After he hung up, I opened all of the social media on my phone in search of her. It looked like she had deleted everything she had. I tried to call her phone, but it cut off every time. By the time my mom came home, I was sobbing uncontrollably to myself. That night, I didn't get much sleep. And early the next morning, I made my way over to her house. We lived only a few blocks from each other, so it wasn't easy to get lost on the way from my house to hers, if she was even heading to my house. Once I got to her house, I immediately noticed the police car that was parked out in front of her house. I jogged over and knocked on the front door. I hoped they found her. I hoped the police had at least a few leads. The police officer opened the front door and eyed me up and down. His stare creeped me out, but I didn't pay much attention. I could hear her parents' sniffles from inside the house. Did you find her? I breathed, looking to the policeman expectantly. We haven't. Though I won't hold my breath waiting for her to come back. Please, head back to your house, ma'am, he said to me with a hard look before he closed the door on me. Ma'am? I was speechless and a little heartbroken at his words. With tears in my heart and my eyes, I did as he said and made my way back home. There wasn't much I could do against a police officer. I told myself that the police would find her, but something in my gut said I was wrong. I pushed it away. The next few days, I stayed in my room making missing persons posters for Mallory. When I finished, every single one of those posters, I decided to call Mallory's parents because I knew they would want to help me set all these posters all around the town. I held the phone to my ear and listened to the ringing before it cut off, with Mallory's mom, Bonnie, answering the phone. "Hello? Who is this?" I was confused because they had my name on caller ID, but I pushed that away. "Hey, Bonnie, it's Haley. I made some posters of Mallory to put up all around town. I wanted to know if you wanted to help me put them up." "Posters of Mallory?" Bonnie said through the phone, confusion all through her voice. "Yeah," I said slowly, getting more confused as I spoke. "Missing persons posters to help find her?" And with that, we have the end of the third video of the excellent mini-series, My Best Friend is Missing and I Need Help. If you want some channel news, keep listening. If not, bye-bye. I will see you soon. And keep your notifications on so you know when the next performance of this fabulous miniseries or performance, narration, whatever you want to call it, is up. Okay, so check those out. Make sure it's tapped, especially if you like these miniseries. It appears I will need to make a second Patreon, I learned from my friend, my connector. I'm one of his cherry blossoms. I just love me a mic connector. What can I say? And a Physic Talks. I watch all kinds of stuff, but I love to perform the creepy stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna have to make a new Patreon. I learned from Smokescreen actually he had to make a second one. So I'm just assuming I'm gonna have to make a second one for Musey's Modern Dreadfuls. So that's been part of the delay. Plus all the dental stuff. Plus, I've got little tiny wee ones, not so young that, they can't go to the refrigerator and grab a beverage while I do this for you. But I want to let you know that we do post twice a week. I'll get the Patreon up. I'll see if I have to do the same with Streamlabs. I have yet to even tell people that I have Streamlabs. Well, I've mentioned it a few times, but I've never asked people to join my Streamlabs or Patreon to us Americans. But hey, if you want some exclusive videos, if you want to help out at all while I journey my way to monetization, which I hear you probably need help even once you get monetized, I will do something special for my first Patreons. Especially, I'm gonna make a $1 tier, but I understand that winds up being about 50 cents for the creator. But it does help me pay my editors, make more videos to my recordings while my desktop remains broken and I don't know if I'll ever get it back. But my acting resume, my old, I might even have an old copy of my old IMDb page. Anyway, because my agency used to pay for it and I didn't even know that and yada, yada, yada. So there's many reasons to want to, and most importantly, I want these to sound awesome. And my setup is pretty basic. It's me recording on a phone and having to send it to get edited. So if you want more videos, if you would like to support more spooky YouTube content, then please consider donating. If you'd like to support, especially, hey, there's other female narrators, but, I try to do it as a monologue and, I have my reasons. But if you'd like to support me and the channel, by all means, once I get those links up there, please do. And my first Patreons or Streamlabbers will get some kind of, some kind of special perk. And in the meantime, that's it. I love you all. Thank you for stopping by. This story is awesome, excellent, and I can't wait till you get the next part. All right. Talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye now.